producing nearly the same results.
And the starting group for Chicago. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. Kevin Herter out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the center. And for Virginia Beach, Jimmy Butler out there with George. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Butler passes to McCollum. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. On paper, Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, B.A., but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Virginia Beach getting their last shot to go. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Giddey. Drops in the layup for two. Giddey's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Butler can't get it to go. And here's Chicago. And going against Virginia Beach, their first meeting on the year.
They'll be looking to impose their will against this team, something they couldn't achieve last season.
And they know they're the better team and out to prove as much tonight. They split the season series a year ago, but they want to change that up now.
Now here's Herter. 17 points in his last outing. Butler against Herter. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Man, what strength from Butler. Refuses to be tied down or held down. Excellent concentration on the and one.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Greg.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
The open shot, White cans it with nobody near him.
Oh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Boy, that was quite a move, an ankle breaker for sure. And then he calmly knocked down the shot. Well done.
Now here's White, coming off a 12-point game. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. You saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Anunoby, he's checked in for Paul George.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's LaVine, and that one drops for him.
LaVine just going to work. Talented, finishing inside.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Giddey with the drive, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade-plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Butler passes to Anunoby. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
Well, you see what you have here. I mean, the unselfishness of Butler, an often unsung trait of his.
Outside White. Pass to Buzelis. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
McCollum, the pass to LaVine. That three's off the mark. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Herter. And that one hits the back iron. Virginia Beach has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And it's blocked by Vucevic. Vucevic.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
Pass to Giddey. Shoots over Anunoby. Rebounded by Virginia Beach. They're coming off a win against the Nuggets.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's White. Baseline jumper right on the money. White's got his second basket on the night.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
And there's McCollum on the assist from Gobert.
What a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 4. Doesn't go that time. Butler taking his time here over Vucevic. Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one from deep. Giddey. Oh, it's good! He hit it!
And just nails
Hey, welcome guys. Welcome in, everybody. If you're watching, drop the like and leave a message. Let me know what's going on.
Making highlights for the Chicago. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
You know, in the early going, they've been effective scoring in the mid-range, and if it's falling, I say stay with it.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Josh Giddey out there with Jalen Smith. Then there's Zach Collins. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Terry in at the 2. And it's Giddey missing. Well, Virginia Beach shooting an average of 43% from the floor. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Paul George, he's checked in for Virginia Beach. Ball, he's checked in for Chicago.
What I admire about Beal is his work ethic, his desire to keep improving year after year.
Here's Giddey. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now here's Giddey. Really played well against Orlando in his last game. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. A nice shot by Smith.
That's a great pick and roll. Smith ending up with the hoop.
And Virginia Beach with possession. 4-point game. Out to Beal. Basket's good. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
And then Beal with the dunk.
What a play at the rim. Bradley Beal showing off all kinds of explosiveness.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Virginia Beach making some changes. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Desmond Bane in for Beal. Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Herder comes in for Ball. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And let's take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, B.A., every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
Well, you look at Buzelis, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Vucevic, a screen on Payne. Here's Giddey, and he drives in. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
George outside. Pass to McCollum. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. McCollum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Outside Jones. Here's Smith. Here's Vucevic, covered by Duran from 6 feet away. Vucevic's shot is off.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Kicks it out to Bane. Pass to McCollum. Outside Butler. Here's Bane. And that one good. Bane's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, right there with Bane, you see the advantage of size and toughness in the backcourt.
Here's Giddey. That one a little long. For Virginia Beach, they've gone an outstanding 7 of 7 so far in the second quarter. Back to George. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Bulls trail by 4. Smith outside. Back to Giddey. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Butler. Pass to Bane. Second shot opportunity. Yep, count it. Bane's got his second basket of the game.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Back to Giddey. Smith with a screen on Bane. Here's Giddey. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Giddey's got 8 here in this quarter.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
George's shot is off. And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Siri, play next song.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a
Siri,
sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year
play next
race.
song.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell
Siri,
which guys are for
play
real
next song.
and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993,
Next song.
you winning that award, Shaq, mainly because
Next
you
song.
should have won that championship that year. Those darn Supersonics.
And getting to that first half, C.J. McCollum was just flat out awesome.
His selections is touch phenomenal.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean
halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Butler out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's George. And it's Levine in at the 2.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, B.A., and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace.
Power it home!
Oh, wow!
Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Chicago with the ball, and at home for the next one, it'll be Oklahoma City pulling in. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. Here's Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Giddey's got 23.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Well, you know, this is the thing. When Levine's in rhythm, the shooting motion looks pure and effortless.
Here's White. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. White's got 10 points in the game.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Outside White. Pass to Buzelis. Now Vucevic. Over Gobert. Offensive board. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has gotten his first basket of the night.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Giddey with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. The kick out to White. Two-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
You know, he could see his squad was losing momentum, losing steam. Smart timeout to let them catch their breath and reset.
OG Anunoby's checked in for George. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's a look at some stats for Kobe White.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Virginia Beach has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. For the lead, McCollum. It's tipped.
There you see Smith's length playing to his advantage defensively.
Here's Giddey. Outside Herder. Pass to Smith. Three-pointer. McCollum pulls it in. Virginia Beach has got 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Now here's Gobert. Tries to save it. Butler goes at the rim, and it's Butler with the jam.
The ability to score on the drive. Butler wastes little time tearing to the hoop.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. It's White with the drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
And the jam by Levine.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Butler against Smith. Pass to Vucevic. Over Gobert. Vucevic's shot is off.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
That one falls.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Here's Giddey. An easy 2 on the layup. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You're pushing the pace. Giddey using some speed to get his shot.
Anunoby for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. White looking it over. Outside Giddey. 29 seconds left in the third. Count it. Good. Giddey's got 27 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Gobert passes to Anunoby. Over Herder. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Here's White. Rebounded by Virginia Beach. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. Oh, Butler, what a dunk! And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. It's Virginia Beach up by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Zach Collins out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Lonzo Ball. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Pass to George. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Here's Jones. Shot from the low post is good. Jones has got his first 2 points of the night.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And it's Ball off the drive. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists in the game.
And I tell you what, Ball has excellent speed. He's got good size, and his savvy shows up right there because he's cutting right into the heart of the defense at just the right time.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Herder's checked in for Ball. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Back to Smith. 6 to shoot. Pass to Giddey. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Butler.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Here's Bain. And he gets the bucket. And it's a 3-point Virginia Beach lead.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Virginia Beach calls timeout. Virginia Beach making some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Duren. Zach LaVine comes in for Anunoby. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Desmond Bain. And it's Butler with the ball for Virginia Beach. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
The free throw drops for McCollum.
Taking 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2 and a 3-point advantage.
White finds Herder. Back to White. Nifty move. Rebounded by Virginia Beach. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. George for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
And, you know, you develop a level of trust with your teammates when you show the kind of concentration that Vucevic shows in these situations. He's the total package.
George with it, guarded by Vucevic. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's Butler outside. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
And Butler not afraid of having the ball in his hands in these big moments. He's the guy that you can count on to get it done in the clutch.
Giddey against McCollum. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
You know, very quiet. Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers. Consistent. A nightly double-double threat who, you know, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
Just so reliable at the line. There was never a doubt that those were money.
Here's Butler outside. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
I like seeing Giddey challenge defenses like this, making them compromise in the process.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Yep.
And the second of 2 is good. And that ties this game up.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Here's George. Good. And Butler gets the assist. Butler's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
Butler with the ball, guarded by Vucevic. Here's Gobert. Outside Levine. Second chance effort. Chicago grabs the miss. Herder up top. George defending. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Oh, the trifecta!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Outside Butler. Oh, Butler gets the 3.
And he got the shot to fall, but their clock management has to be better. Can't be shooting too early in the clock.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Here's Buzelis. Butler covering. Pass to Vucevic. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's Herder with the 3. Can't knock in the 3. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalties just yet.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for Virginia Beach.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. 5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
And they need to execute fast out of this break.
Yeah, and even if they get it and then get a quick foul, I'm not sure there's enough time even under that scenario.
And so it's Virginia Beach with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
All right, Jimmy, as you prepared for this one, what was...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Anyway, we see them, we are bang pan another one. Boss up. Any boy, this ball out on them.